gutta!
Skål! Skål!
Hello and welcome back for another round of Tipsy Wednesday, presented from the Penthouse Bar. With us, as usual, our host and editor, Bjørn!
Hello!
And of course, our host, in-house villain, and what more are you? Self-proclaimed cultured man, yes, Junior!
Yeah.
Fuck, I thought I would make this one.
Last but not least, our social media manager, host, Thomas.
Hey!
And video editor, for fuck's sake. Getting more and more scuffed, these intros.
Yeah, we need to stop that.
Yeah, we need to get good.
Get good or go
Aren't
home.
we good?
Yeah, today's topics. What are they? Where are they? There they are. Oh yeah, social medias. I probably posted something.
You did post some Instagram picture of Junior's seance, or wasn't? I don't know what it was. It was related to the other podcast.
Maybe
I don't know how to translate it. His,
shirt?
No, your grand view while you were doing your business.
No, I don't think I posted that. Did I?
I think I saw it somewhere.
Yeah, I posted it for the Norwegian one, yes. No, I pictured Junior's torn shirt. That I've done.
Okay.
From his partying and flirting with girls.
Yeah. I'm not sure he tore his shirt by talking to girls. It was probably related to something else, but he can't remember, apparently, so we'll never know.
We will never know.
Perhaps it's for the best.
It's for my best.
Perhaps. Got to check the mail as well before we started. So quick mail.
We don't usually get mail though, so but one day we might, so you better check it.
Yeah, because that one time I don't check it, we have gotten something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, beer. It is important.
Yes. There we go.
This is a very quiet podcast.
Yeah. A very mellow tone, I guess. For now.
Yeah, just wait till we get started for real.
Yeah.
Cheers, boys.
Depending on... Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, there's a lot of froth on that one.
Good stuff.
So, main story update.
Short one, it says.
Yeah, short
question
one.
Mark.
I went... No question mark. It is a short one. I went back to the doctor's. To have a mole removed from my back. And I took the opportunity to ask her about the breathing.
About your breathing.
Yeah. You know, I took the breathing test. And the operator or whoever took the test told me I wasn't within the norm. My doctor said I was just fine.
Oh.
So there was nothing to think about. My breathing is apparently good. At least, yeah. At least when not exhausted. She still wants to test me after I've done some running to see if I have some asthma that is activated by activities or whatnot. So I will be doing that, but that will be after Christmas, because now I'm tired of the fucking doctors. Just leave it at this. Don't remember.
Oh, well.
I said last time, no, I got the letter from the doctor, so I'm going to operate the things in my nose, yeah.
Oh, no, you didn't mention you were scheduled for... Oh, yeah, you mentioned you were scheduled for surgery for your, I don't know what, sinuses?
Yeah.
Or so.
Did I, or did I just mention it to you? I'm going in like 5 months to have it removed anyway. Or to have a specialist look at it first, and then he will decide if he'll remove it. So yeah.
Yeah,
There's that.
waiting time.
Yeah. it's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Well, you cannot disagree.
So knowing our healthcare system, I'm not complaining. We have free healthcare and all that. It's good in that regard. But like the waiting time is like 5 months from now, you're getting an appointment to check it.
Yeah.
And they'll probably look at it for like 15 minutes and be like, yeah, you'll need surgery. We'll schedule you for surgery in 5 months again. So it's like, oh.
I hope it'll be a bit faster when I've been in for a check. But
yeah,
we'll see.
Imagine, imagine if it's like you're waiting 5 months until, what would you say, it was in April next year?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No,
Yeah,
that's
from
correct.
now. So that's about 5 months from now. You're going in there, your doctor gets you checked, and he's like, he or she is like, oh damn, you need to go to surgery now. And at that point, you've been waiting 5 months or something.
No, the MRI scan
Imagine.
revealed it, so it isn't that bad, but it's not bad for my. It's not good for my breathing, apparently.
Mm.
But not so bad that I can't live with it for a while longer.
Yep.
But if it keeps growing over time, of course, it will clog up more of my sinus as time
Yep.
passes.
So better get that shit fixed.
Yep.
Eventually.
Working on it.
As soon as you can, at least.
I'm ready now. Let's do it. Let's go. But yeah, what's this widths of people doing work?
Yes. It's I don't know if it's one of those one of those guilty pleasure things of mine, or one of those things I do when I'm not particularly invested into I don't intend to sit down and watch something super long, like a series or a movie. I just click some random things on YouTube. And sometimes I find myself going to my guilty pleasures, the kitchen nightmares where this Gordon Ramsay like yells at people, and I find that funny. Or I watch people, specifically mechanics, working on cars that they get in from customers and seeing all the kinds of fucked up shit they have to do and fix. It's like, they get a car in, then the customer says, this car might need new brake pads. Please change them. And the mechanic gets the car in, and they don't need new brake pads. They need new brake pads, they need new discs, they need new suspension, they need new everything. It's like, seeing the unbelievable shit that sometimes mechanics has to deal with like, it's like, I find that interesting to look at. It's like, as a sub entertainment, I guess. It's like, I don't know what you call it.
Interesting?
Yeah, it's one of those things that's like, that's a 10-minute video. Let's click that. And it's like 10 minutes passes by like that. I was like, ooh, that's another 10-minute video. Let's click that. And you go on, and you've at the end of your where you intended to just watch 1 or 2 random YouTube videos, you've ended up watching random videos for an hour and a half or 2 hours. You could I've spent watching a real movie, but instead you would just watch these random videos of kitchen nightmares and mechanics doing suspension and brake swaps on cars. It's like, well, that was time well spent. Not.
I think
Do you have any of those?
I think we all have those. Or what, Junior?
Yeah, some of them.
Yeah, I don't feel super productive at all. It feels more productive to watch a movie you've intended to watch for some time But instead you spend that 1.5 or 2 hours watching some random YouTube shit. Which it is in the end. I have nothing...
What? Yeah, nothing?
Yeah, I have nothing... I don't feel I've gained anything by watching whatever I felt like watching for that period of time. But if I watched a movie, that might have well been some kind of grander experience, I would like to think. If it's a good movie, at least. And, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
YouTube is my time sink, and I spend it a lot.
Yeah, YouTube's very good at that, making you spend more time there than initially intended. It's like,
It's
here's
because
another video.
it's because we're weak. We can't say no.
Yeah.
I'm done. It's just like
Yeah.
YouTube shows you the video and you're like, oh, thank you very much. I'll watch that.
That looks interesting, and it's just a few minutes long. And
Yeah.
click.
And there we go.
It's like, for me, like, sitting down and watching a movie feels like such, like a much more, it requires more of me.
It's a grand
Like-
undertaking.
Yeah, it's really not, but it feels like it.
Because you need an hour and a half, 2 hours to watch the movie, and you think, it's too much. I'll just watch something short on YouTube.
Mhm. That's my initial thought, and
And there you go. You're way beyond the movie time.
yep. Does that argument stand for, because I've intended to watch this Netflix film for a long time with Joe Pesci and
Oh yeah, the Irishman.
The Irishman, for fuck's sake, yeah. And that's like really long. That's like over 3 hours.
Yeah.
But it's like, I've heard like from all the ratings and reviews and the general consensus of that is like, it's really good.
It isn't even that long. It's just a couple of YouTube movies, and then you're done.
Yeah, I guess. You have to think of it the other way around. A movie isn't that long compared to the time you spend on YouTube. That's how we need to think about it.
Yeah.
Because, damn, I don't know if I ever gotten a statistic of how much time I spend on YouTube, but I'm sure I would be like mind blown. It's like, wow, I spent that much time on YouTube today. It's like watching stuff.
Nah.
Shit happens.
Yeah. Oh well. So that's my rant about that. And even though I've said it and like I'd probably keep doing it, I'm weak. Okay?
Haven't said anything.
Now. So we all pretty much agree on this. What? Right?
Yeah,
That YouTube is taking up too much time?
Yeah.
For me, Junior, and Thomas? For all of us?
Yeah, I was here the other evening. I had to go early to bed because I had to go to work the next day.
Yeah.
And I thought, I don't have time to watch one more episode of the show I'm currently watching, so I'll just watch a little bit on YouTube and then go to bed.
Yeah.
And bam, I was way over the episode length.
Yeah.
I could just have seen one more episode and gone to bed. But
Because
instead,
if you intended to watch like Sons of Anarchy, it's like
that
50
was
minutes.
what I was watching, yes.
Yeah.
So I could just have watched one more episode of that, but no, I was just hitting up 2-minute video, 2-minute video, 2-minute video, 2-minute video.
Oh, it's like a fucking drug.
And you start out, usually. The first movie is usually the one you're supposed to watch, something that you might enjoy. I follow certain YouTubers, and some of them have interesting fact videos and stuff, so watch them.
Mm.
But then your recommended list gets weird after a while.
The YouTube rabbit hole.
Yeah. So I went from Sons of Anarchy to YouTube to watch a YouTuber named 42, I think. A British guy who talks about sciencey stuff and stories from way back and whatnot.
Okay.
Anyways, and I ended up watching this streamer girl who has Tourette's.
Oh. Yeah, she's really popular. I know who you mean.
Yeah, and then it was done.
She's really entertaining.
So some of those clips were really funny.
Yeah.
Thank you for the 100. Wow, 100. Wow, 100 simp coins. I'm gonna spend it on my boyfriend.
Sweet Anita is her name, by the way. Someone wants to check her out.
She's really
Speaking of other addictions similar to YouTube, time sync addiction, Junior, do you have something for us?
Yeah, and we're speaking about staying up all night and doing our addicting thing, right?
Yeah, YouTube stuffs we were talking about, spending time on YouTube, like.
Yeah, well,
or
this is
but Junior is addicted to something else.
not heroin, but Reddit.
Oh.
Reddit, yeah.
Reddit is a big site where everybody can speak about anything, right? It's a forum.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I think I've been on the outside of Reddit and tried to stay on the outside of Reddit. I've just been occasionally through, like, when I've searched for stuff, and it's like occasionally been at Reddit. It was like for different things, like I've problems with this game or this random stuff, because you can find everything on Reddit. But I don't go to Reddit like, I don't want to say just to go on Reddit to watch Reddit stuff. I usually venture into there because of a Google search of something, of a specific problem or some specific info.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't. I haven't delved into the Reddit beast. As it is.
Reddit got a lot of subreddits. That is what you call them, a thread. Some of them are just memes, some of them are funny, some of them are named relationships advice. And can you imagine?
Relationship advice subreddit. That's like.
Are you in need of relationship advices?
No. This is just, it's so fucking hilarious to read them. And that,
Okay.
yeah, but you don't go on the Reddit relationships advice, because they are really not fulfilling enough for me, because they are just people asking questions about their relationship, and I'm like, no.
Also, Junior isn't at that stage in his life anyway.
No.
He hasn't gone past the dating phase.
But then you got the very best of Reddit uploads. Usually it's a lot of them relationship advice or am I an asshole that comes to a conclusion. And that is very fulfilling for me. You can read about this girl who got this... She get beat by a boyfriend or something and what she's supposed to do. And everyone is like, yeah, it's really fucked up shit.
Okay.
Like how her sister got addicted to heroin or something. Should she leave her? Or... It's really interesting. It's an interesting read.
Okay.
Yeah, and a lot of cases is young teens, they share bank accounts, or the parents got access to their bank accounts, right?
Okay.
And when they are working, right, they accumulate money, and then the parents steal the money.
What?
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of this kind of things. I enjoy it.
Well,
I can't stop reading it.
Like interesting stories from other people, I guess.
Yeah,
which they like post onto there.
Yeah. With conclusions.
So it's basically like story time.
Yeah, but it's real. I read about this super religion family, Muslim girl, who was so fucking tired of her family, so she left.
Mm-hmm.
She just packed her shit and got out. And you can read this thread, because this was like in 2010 she left. And she keeps updating it every year or so you can see her everything, right? Her mental state.
Oh, when she like initially left and the problems of her family and her state in life, going from a super religious family and trying to see the other side of
but she became
the
super
coin.
liberal.
Okay, well,
Yeah, it's
interesting insights into other people's situations, lives or such. Yeah, okay, I can see that.
Yeah, and the best one are those they are so fucking oblivious. They are asking question, "Am I the asshole?" And it's very clearly from outside perspective, they are the assholes.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. I just thought of a Reddit story I've read long time ago, actually, of this relationship between It's been a while, okay. So it's between this boy and girl, and for some reason, she was the girl in this relationship. This was written by the guy. And from his point of view, she was a like sweet girl and everything, and they tried to share like daily chores, like equally among them, except for laundry. She was always insistent. She always did laundry. He was like, okay, fine, if you want to take that role. I don't want to be sexist or anything. You can take laundry if you absolutely want to. But I could take it sometime as well. But she was like, no, he never does laundry. She always does laundry. Okay?
Yeah.
And you know how we've talked about sometimes we experience like, where the fuck do our socks go? It's like, does our laundry washer, does it eat one sock per wash or something? Where do the socks go? They just disappear.
You pay tribute to the washing machine.
Yeah, attribute to the washing machine. In addition to water and soap, it takes one sock as well. However, this guy experienced like a shocking amount of socks were just gone. He just like couldn't figure it out. It was like he bought socks and they were like gone more than he could wear them. It was like gone. He just had to buy an insane amount of socks. So, one day, she was off somewhere, can't remember if school or job or something. He was going to take out the trash, and she was, for some reason, she was insistent on taking out the trash as well. But this morning she had forgotten or something. So the bag was like wrapped up, and it was like sitting at the front
doorway.
Door. She had forgotten to go put it in the bin. And through the bag, he could see, it was like partly see-through, he could see socks in the trash. He was like, socks? That's my sock. I didn't throw any socks recently. They just, what? And he was like, opened the bag, and he found like a few pairs of his socks. But they had brown stuff on them. He like took up the socks and like smelled it and was like, oh, this is literal shit on my socks. What the fuck? And he confronted his girlfriend with this, and she broke down and initially said she didn't know what this was all about, and it wasn't his job to empty the trash, do the laundry, or ask questions about this. But he was like, he found that fucked up and weird. Why were his socks in the trash? And why were they full of shit? So she eventually broke down and admitted that she didn't ever dare wipe herself in the ass with paper. She needed more of a barrier. So she used socks to wipe her ass with when she had gone to the bathroom. These were his socks she had been wiping her ass with and thrown in the garbage. That's why she always wanted to do laundry. and that's why she was very, a special case. So, so his question was, what the fuck do we do now? Do I leave her? Do we try to work this out?
This is stories that I enjoy from Reddit.
Can't she use her own socks?
Because she was like terrified of getting in touch with the poop, you know? So she needed cloth as a barrier. Socks works, I imagine they work brilliantly for wiping stuff. So yeah, I've delved into Reddit stories as well, apparently.
Sounds like it's something I should join you guys on.
Well, then you should use the app on the phone, but not use the official app.
Well, but going back to his problem, what the fuck is he supposed to do with that? Because apparently in every other aspect of life, she was like they were the perfect pair. So...
Buy thicker toilet paper.
No, she didn't like handle toilet paper at all. But someone
She wiped
else
her
had
ass
posted...
with his socks, or she used his socks as some kind of a glove?
Well, both, I guess.
Couldn't you just buy her those latex gloves that you use at the hospital?
I don't know. She needed socks to wipe with.
You don't fucking need socks.
Yeah,
I don't know.
you don't need
I don't
shit.
know. I
What she
don't
needed-
remember the details.
What she needed, as per your story, is a protective layer.
Mm.
So not get shit on her hands. So you could use those latex gloves.
Yeah, I understand not wanting to get shit on your hands, but being like that, can I say hysterical? No, that's not the... Is that the right word?
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Being that desperate about it. It's like, wouldn't the solution be to like order one of those water
Bidets?
flush, not basins, but
Bidet.
when you flush your bidets, yeah. Bidet toilet, or like a bidet next to your toilet where you can like take a hose and like flush your ass literally with water.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be like the ultimate?
Or learn how to wipe your ass properly.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
fold
I don't
it.
think that was the problem. I think it was like the feeling of I can't remember how he described what she explained it. It was like it was a problem with paper and touching near poop. So, yeah. So it's like I was just thinking, yeah, invest in a bidet so you could water flush your ass. It's like that could be a relationship saver. So
Yeah.
yeah. I was like, I'm not used to a bidet. If I go to a place where they have a bidet or regular paper, I'm used to the paper stuff. I go for the paper, even though it's objectively less clean end result than a water flush. Right? Am
Yep.
I the only one thinking this?
I haven't
You're
taken
all
this.
silent.
I just haven't taken this into account. I use paper. It's normal. It's what we do. It's how it is.
Yeah, have you been to a place, a toilet, where there's a bidet next to the toilet where you could flush your ass?
A couple of times, and the first time I was like, "What the fuck? Am I supposed to shit in this and pee in that, or what the hell is that?" So I just used the normal toilet because that was what I was used to.
Yeah, likewise.
Well, no, I've never tried a bidet, but if I got the opportunity, I would love it. I want that hot water spray in my ass.
Can't you just invest in one of those Japanese toilets with hot toilet seats and water in your ass and whatnot?
And air drying.
Yeah,
Probably
of
have
course.
that as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
the full package.
maybe I will buy that on Black Friday.
Some of those toilets actually has a sink where you flush, and that water is used to flush the toilet after you washed your hands.
Oh yeah, to save on water usage.
Yeah.
They
No,
have
that-
like this.
It's
Yeah,
not-
you wash your hands on top of the, not in the toilet, but on top of the toilet, and that
Yeah, but-
water you use to wash your hands with goes to help flush your shit.
Yeah, but that's not cool. I'm
That's
not supposed.
cool?
I'm not supposed to save on water. Have you seen Norway? We're made of water and mountains. Hell no.
Okay, yeah, I guess. It's not a problem for us here in Scandinavia in general, I think.
No, but it's a good solution.
It's a good solution if you want to save water in large cities.
Yeah.
But
I don't want to
helps.
save water.
It
I
helps.
just want to feel that hot water on my ass.
We could arrange that. It's like we have a sink, you know. You just,
Sink?
like,
I want it to be
you could
effortless.
Okay, well.
I don't
We
want to
ju-
squat on my sink. When
This
someone flush my
summer,
ass.
we just tackle Junior on the ground, tear his pants off, and you just take the fire hose and just...
It's like, here's your water in your...
I want it to be hot water.
Okay, well.
We can probably arrange for that, though.
Yeah, I will buy a bidet on Black Friday now.
Okay. And where would you have it?
Okay.
A bidet and a dishwasher.
You
I
have
was
it.
just googling what's a bidet, what the cost of this is. I was like,
You can get those attachment. You don't need to buy a fucking new porcelain throne.
Yep.
Uh,
That's not important.
moving on.
Yes.
Let's see, from last week, we have a couple of unused topics.
All right, we do.
And my old boss was a Danish guy. That's why I wrote down last week, the Dane.
Oh, that's what it means. Okay.
He's a fun enough guy. I used to play. We play disc golf on Sunday. Play disc golf on Sundays. We had a discussion last week before the podcast. Hence why I wrote down the Dane. He recently got a new job, better pay and everything. We talked a bit about that, and then he made a jab at me.
Okay.
Because I moved down from north of Norway to south of Norway, and I've recently been thinking about moving back north. So he wrote to me, yeah, but you just want to go home to pick up reindeer shit and eat something we call joika, which is reindeer meatballs, basically.
Hmm.
And he says I'm a sick bastard for it.
Because that's the impression a Danish guy has of the northern Norway.
Yeah, because
Like
we're
me.
all just hillbillies there, right? So
Yeah.
and we all just have happens to have reindeer walking
Yeah,
around the
everywhere.
streets. Yeah. So I said, you probably should go to northern Norway and just see how it actually is. Which he replied to me was, my asshole, or the diameter of my asshole is just as big as I want it.
What?
He's afraid to get raped when he get north. Hillbillies, you know, and
Oh no.
what's the old movie with the banjo playing? The old Burt Reynolds movie.
Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, the banjo. It's
Hillbillies.
a famous. I want to say rape movie, but
Burt Reynolds.
Scream
The
like a
Longest
pig.
Yard.
yeah, that movie. Which fucking movie is that?
Scream like a pig. What?
It's a really famous movie, though.
It probably is.
Yeah, it is. Oh, for fuck's sake! I just talked about it the other day with some colleagues of mine. I will find out very shortly. What is it? Late 70s, isn't it?
Isn't it important to know the title of this, or are you just curious?
No. Just curious, because...
It's not super important, but while we're on the subject, they made fun of it in the Norwegian movie as well, called Kill Buljo, which is
Ah, yes, with the yeah.
where the two guys rape the cop.
Squeal like a pig.
Yeah. The real movie of that, what the fuck is the banjo thingy? Come on! We've all seen it or heard of it.
Rings no bells.
It should.
me,
It
at
fucking should. Junior, help me out here. Come on, dude.
Squeal
Am I supposed to do some play some waiting music here on my non-existent soundboard?
Yeah.
Deliverance?
Yeah, that's the move.
Deliverance! Yay! Cheer sound.
Our living and breathing soundboard.
We don't need no fucking soundboard.
Yeah, he
Soundboard!
believe North of Norway is like Deliverance.
Okay.
So I just sent him a gift back with a reindeer trying to hump a dude.
That's
know
just
why.
reassuring his confirming his suspicions.
And he also said that he really was going to miss me if I moved, and disc golf wouldn't be the same. And then he just said, "Are we going north to just sit in the hot tub with a lot of sausages?"
Boys! With a lot of
Having
what
sausage parties.
Sausage parties, yeah, because every goddamn picture we took this summer to the podcast is with just the three of us. So
3 dudes in the hot tub.
Yeah.
Steaming hot. Oh.
But he's always made fun of me for being from north of Norway. Like, I like dried fish as well. It's a good snack.
Yeah, is it right to just call it dried fish?
I don't know. It's a Norwegian word directly translated.
Yeah. It's literally how dry are we going to describe it? It's like it's so dry. It's just the fibers. It's like some sort of hard cracker in fish form. It's literally fish that is dried to fuck. And somehow it's good. I don't fucking know why. Perhaps we're weird. Perhaps it's because we're fucking hillbillies from the north.
Perhaps.
I don't know.
But it's really good snack.
It tastes. I think it tastes good, but it stinks as hell. It's like
I usually don't notice it when I'm the one eating it.
Oh no! Yeah, it's one of those cases.
Because I love it as snack, especially in the summertime with a cold beer and some dried fish. It's super delicious.
It sounds disgusting.
And
I know what you're referring to, and I can mirror your opinion. It's like dried fish and beer. Like, if that's not a hillbilly way of life, then I don't fucking know.
but they do sell those dried fish snacks packs at the store.
Yes, and they do sell it at gas stations in equal, like next to the beef jerky snacks.
Yeah,
at gas stations. It's like basically a Scandinavian beef jerky.
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting now you're saying it. Jesus.
Yeah, it's the idea of it. It's fucking disgusting, but I don't know. But
it's really rich in protein and stuff. It's like 80% proteins in it. But nevertheless, I bought one of those snack packs at work, and I opened it in the office.
All right.
And it turns out none of my colleagues whatsoever like dried fish. And none of them could stand the smell. And oh my god, did they complain when they got into the office and I was snacking on this shit with all the smell?
Yeah, I understand it.
They couldn't be there. And then the Dane took the pack away from me before he went off work, and he turned on the fan and just held the pack in front of the fan for a while and gave it back to me, and then he left to make sure everyone else who comes into the office would really smell the dried fish.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a little bastard like that.
A funny little bastard. Yeah.
But yeah, that was my old boss.
Sounds like a lovely chap in his own way.
In his own little way, yeah. And if you're ever listening to this, I'm not praising you, bastard.
If he ever were to listen.
Junior, you wrote a weekly watch.
Yeah, guys. What's your weekly watch list? I imagine you got something that you watch weekendly.
Yes, my weekly watch is like my Islander watch. That's my weekly watch. No.
Islander watch?
Yeah, it's a brand.
Do you hear how bad that joke was?
I know. Moving on.
I do have weekly watch. As of this moment, it's only anime that's a weekly watch. Everything else is a daily watch or a binge watch or whatever. But my current weekly watch is the Fairway Paladin and the World's Finest Assassin.
I've heard of none of those.
No.
You know me, I don't...
It's
I'm
my
not up to date.
it's my trash animes. It's isekai animes, of course.
Okay, yeah. Easy to watch while you eat stuff.
Yeah, but
basically.
the World's Finest Assassin isn't or it's basically your typical isekai, but it revolves around the World's Finest Assassin, of course, who's done his last work for some mob group or whoever is hiring him to do their bidding. So the first episode is basically him taking out some mafia people and whatnot, and his contact is supposed to get him on a plane and send him back to their headquarters so he could train new assassins, because he's retiring as an assassin himself. He's old and whatnot. And on the plane over to their headquarters, they blow up the plane with him in it, just to get rid of him. And of course, he gets reincarnated into a new fantasy world. But he got a choice when he got reanimated. Not reanimated, but... Reincarnated. He could choose to be reincarnated in our world as a baby with no memories of his past life, nothing.
Restart, basically.
Yeah, or he could choose to be reincarnated in this fantasy world with his prior knowledge as an assassin.
I'll always go for the fantasy world.
To become a new assassin, because the goddess want him to kill the hero of that world. Because when the hero has saved the world from the Demon King, things will get fucked up and the hero will basically become the bad guy. So she wants this guy to assassinate the hero after he's slain the demon lord. But he can't get all the attributes and everything like the hero will. So he has to be really picky about his choices for his attributes, and he has to choose from a set attribute skill tree and then grow up with an assassin family to learn the trait all over again in the fantasy world.
It amazes me how all of these isekais you explain are like oddly similar in like very specific ways. It's like they're always very similar to a game where you select stat points and a class of weapon of choice or something like that.
They usually are, and that's my type of game, is RPGs. Hence, the isekai animes, who basically represent that same thing, only in anime form. But yeah.
Okay, well.
What's your weekly watch then?
Okay.
Not your fucking watch clock.
Well, I've finished season 1 of Demon Slayer finally, and started on, because it's an ongoing now, the season 2, because I just watched on Crunchyroll the first 2 episodes or 3 that was available, and it was like basically nothing more available at the moment. Is that right? Do you guys watch it at the moment?
I only saw season 1, and then I saw the movie, which I believe is currently longer than the 3 episodes that has come out.
Yeah, because the movie is basically the first 3 episodes of season 2, and it's a bit longer, perhaps, as you say, because I suspected it.
No, the movie lasts for nearly 2 hours, so it's probably the first 6 episodes. Of that season.
Because I've just watched the 3 season 2 episodes, and basically it stops like mid. I don't want to spoil things, but it's like in the middle of that act or whatever. I don't know how long it is even, so I don't know if the story ends in the movie either.
So you basically skipped the movie in between the seasons? Because the movie is on Netflix as well.
Yeah, because the movie is basically the season 2 episodes, but it runs further.
Yeah, but eventually the episodes will go past the movie.
Yeah,
of course.
But I've just watched the episodes. So basically, I've watched the episodes, meaning I've watched like half the movie.
Yeah, you should watch the movie.
Okay, perhaps.
They're different animators as well, I believe. So the movie might be a higher quality animation-wise.
Oh, okay.
I would recommend to watch it.
Perhaps I will.
I will, of course.
And the other thing I've watched. You wanted to add something or?
Yeah, I'm going to watch the season 2 as well. I just am waiting for it to become longer than the movie.
All right.
But yeah.
So the other thing I've started watching is on the newly released, at least here in Norway, HBO Max. The last season of Rick and Morty, which is like totally unrelated to anime, but damn, it's entertaining. Holy shit. It's like a full recommendation to anyone for that. If you haven't dipped your toes into Rick and Morty, that's like, oh, it's brilliant. You just can't foresee where the jokes or the plot is going. It just blows your mind at every turn. It's hilarious. It's like, yeah, that's my kind of casual funny show, I guess. Funny cartoon even. Yeah.
Haven't watched it, so
yeah, it's
I'm missing out.
Yep.
Yeah. I haven't seen everything of Rick and Morty. I don't remember where I stopped.
Yeah, I envy you guys because damn, it's good. Every episode, it's like a banger. Oh.
Perhaps you want to tell us briefly what the show's about, ish?
Rick and Morty?
Oh.
No.
No, there's no red line between the episodes, but
It's basically the story of Grandpa Rick and grandson Morty and their adventures into parallel dimensions and intergalactic travel and their fucked up situations they manage to get in. And it's like mind-blowing, the fantasies the fantasy that the writers has to write the plot lines for each and every episode. It's like, where do you guys come up with this stuff? It's it's like it's an adventure all of its own, just trying to keep up with a plot line in every episode. So it's I'm at a lack of words. It's just every time I play a new episode of Rick and Morty, it's like, oh, this is going to be good. So yeah, that's my weekly watch: Demon Slayer and Rick and Morty.
and soon Sopranos.
And soon Sopranos when I run out of Rick and Morty, because HBO Max, Sopranos, yep, let's go.
Good.
That's it's about damn time I started that show.
Junior, what's your weekly watch?
I only got one show, and that's 86.
Wow.
Yeah, the anime. I've spoken of the length of this before, so I will not go so deep.
Yeah, you tried to explain 86 to me when we were having a romantic steak dinner, just the two of us.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I recommend everyone to go and watch it. And you will say, oh, it's so good when you watch it. And it's like, Junior, why didn't you tell me of this before? And I told you guys. Like,
so
few months ago.
recap it briefly.
Nazi Germany won the war. They are enslaving people and sending them out to fight their war for them. And they are like, go happy because nobody died. because they're not people.
The non-Germans are not people, so nobody died.
You have the what's the show on Prime? The High Castle, Man in the High Castle or something.
Yeah.
That's also a show where the Germans won the war alongside the Japanese.
Yeah, but it's not this bleak.
Perhaps not, but it's a real show with this. I want to say the same plot, but with the same outcome at the start.
Yeah, it's really not fair to say it's Germany because it's all white-haired. I know it's anime, it's fucking weird, but anyway, it's a race that won the war, and they are fighting a constant war against machines and AI. So they are just sending their own people to fight, and they got walls and everything.
And this show or anime is on Crunchyroll. You download it. Okay, it's on Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll.
Which is the
watch anime legally.
Yeah.
No, fuck everything.
Supporting the business, Junior. Supporting the business.
Well,
Yeah,
I think where Junior is like hinting towards is like Crunchyroll isn't the best place to show your support to the creators, because they don't trickle a lot of money down to the creators from the Crunch subscription model.
Perhaps not, but in here in Norway, that's basically the only real anime site we do have. Of course, Netflix do have, starting to get a fair amount of animes.
They have a fair amount now, but it's like, if you're a real anime nerd, and going into Netflix, you'll say like, oh, they just got the mainstream stuff. Ew. So, they've just got 10% of my fan library.
Yeah, basically all my guys are on Crunchyroll, so that's where I'm going to watch anime.
Yeah.
Nah, Netflix are really good at making new animes that nobody have ever heard of.
Beastars.
Beastars is very popular though.
I know. I need to
Because
watch the second season.
Because of the manga.
Yeah. Not saying they make bad anime, just saying they have less anime.
Yep.
But their anime library is growing, by all means.
Yeah.
Just saying Crunchyroll is the only real anime streaming site we do have here in Norway.
But I think like until Netflix and HBO and Amazon Prime and all of the mainstream sites has I don't want to say an equal amount of anime to real shows, real movies, but they have like a respectable library. When we come to that day and anime becomes because I feel like today anime isn't like, it's like sort of still a niche compared to regular shows and regular movies in the grand general public. I feel.
But it is growing.
So it's like, do you watch cartoons? Are you a grown man watching cartoons?
Nah, that's just a stereotype in Norway.
Yeah, but if those people watch Simpsons or anything, you can use the same back at them.
Yeah. It's like, oh, but I watch it because my kids watch it, and it's mildly entertaining. It's like, okay.
A lot of the animes you don't watch with your kids anyways, so.
Yeah. I wouldn't watch Castlevania, which isn't an anime. I wouldn't watch Hellsing with my kids. I wouldn't watch Attack on Titan with my kids. I wouldn't watch not a cartoon, but fuck. Never mind. You get the picture.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to watch Castlevania with your kids anyway.
No,
Yeah.
but you can watch anything from Studio Ghibli though. That you
can.
Well, yeah.
Go back to episode 2 and 3 to find out what we said about
Yeah,
Studio
we
Ghibli.
ranted a lot about Studio Ghibli in one of our first episodes, I think.
Yeah.
Thomas has a good memory, apparently.
The first 2
Episode
episodes.
2 or 3, damn.
Episodes, no, fuck, that's Ukesnytt. My memory failed me. I talked about that in the Norwegian podcast. Maybe we should talk about Studio Ghibli here as well, at some point.
At some point, but I feel that we need more Ghibli. I only watched one Studio Ghibli movie.
Any. So Thomas is
Guys, come on!
Yeah. So maybe we should watch some of them before.
Yeah. And they are available on Netflix even?
Netflix.
Crunch?
No.
No.
Netflix
Okay.
in Norway, at very least.
Well, Netflix.
Go watch Ghibli movies. They're good.
And you can watch it with your kids.
Yeah, kid-friendly.
As for Thomas's recommendation, they are... Yeah. Yep.
You can even watch them without your kids. They are wholesome movies.
No, they are tear-wrenching movies.
That too. Bjørn, last topic of the
Yes,
day. And it's
my
yours.
It is my masochism for Doom. The Doom game. Not Doom itself, but the game called Doom.
I remember the game called Doom. My old stepfather used to play it back on PlayStation 1.
The original
The
Doom,
original
when
Doom,
it released in 19 something
1996 or something.
for Windows 95. The original Doom. I'm speaking of the last installments of Doom, the 2016 game and the 2019 game and its DLCs. Because I say Doom masochism because that game series, compared to a lot of other games I've played throughout my life, it's like brings a new level of difficulty. And it's like, it's so, if you have difficulty settings in a game with that changes like basically how difficult things are, how hard the enemies hit or how fast they are or something. But in Doom, when you up the difficulty, especially to the maximum level, it is so insanely hard. People claim that the Dark Souls series is like the ultimate hard mode games, but yes, they're hard, but not at the same level that the Doom games are. The newer Doom games, if you select the highest difficulty, it is so tough. You have to be so on point. If you have like 2 seconds of hesitation, you're dead. You have to restart. And it's... Playing through the 2016 game and Doom Eternal and now hopping into the first DLC of Doom Eternal, I just select the maximum difficulty because I'm like,
The maximum difficulty.
Yeah, because I'm like, I cleared the first games on maximum difficulty, I'll clear the DLC on maximum difficulty. And the first level of the DLC is harder than the final level of the base game. It's like, it just shits on your face, and I fucking love it. I love getting punished, I love getting my ass whooped. It's so fucking great, because I have to really get good to get progress in that game, and I love it. So don't know why. I sat the first level of the DLC. I couldn't complete it in a day, because when I entered a new arena or a new fight, I was stuck there for a few hours before I could proceed to the next area. Within the first level, I couldn't complete the first level on the day I started playing it. I had to complete it the day after because I was struggling so fucking much, and I loved it the whole time. I was like, but at one point I was like, I need to go to bed now because I'm a bit tired of getting my ass whooped. But I'll go in fresh tomorrow and I'll probably be able to clear the level, and I did the day after, the evening after. So, but I have a weird fetish for difficulty in games. It's like, oh, it's glorious. I love it. Like the feeling of accomplishing something difficult. It's such a great thing for me. So, yeah, I play it on the max difficulty on my first playthrough, and they're whooping my ass, but I'm pulling through eventually. So
you're pulling through even though your ass is beaten.
And if you die, you have to start over, all over.
There are checkpoints in the. There are checkpoints throughout the level, usually in front of the area fights, and it's like you're basically like locked in these small arenas within the level. It's like fight one in this little area of the map, and you complete that, then you get a checkpoint. So it's not like super like die and you have to start the game all over again.
that they have on Witcher 2 on the hardest difficulty.
Yeah, that's
You can of course save the game throughout and turn it off, but if you die, you have to start all over again.
Yeah, that's the extra difficulty mode. It's like one life mode.
Yeah.
It's like basically the same difficulty on the enemies as the highest difficulty, but at death, it's game over. Literally.
A friend of
you
mine
can't save the game. It's like, that is true masochism. And I'm not there, but holy shit. It's available, and people do play it.
A friend of mine tried that on Witcher 2. Because that was the only achievement he didn't have, was the Death March achievement you get on Steam for completing the game on the hardest difficulty. And he died towards the end of the game.
What? He got through the end of the game?
He got
to the end of
towards the end of the game, over halfway at the very least. And he died, and he was like, fuck this.
Oh. Yeah, my achievement hunting doesn't go that far. I'm not an achievement hunter. I'm not one of those who needs to get every achievement available.
I don't need every achievement, but I do take the chance to get the achievements I can without having to divert a lot of time to it.
Yeah, I'm the same.
But if I know there's achievement, if I just do this thing, I'll just do that thing to get the achievement.
Yep.
But I don't do one thing, and if I fuck up, I load back to try it again and again and again, because that just take away the gaming experience in my mind. So,
because that's the whole of my gaming experience in Doom Eternal. Now,
yeah,
it's like dying over and over and over again, trying the exact same thing until I succeed.
Die and repeat. And repeat. Yeah. I just like the neat storylines of the game.
Oh yeah, because the pull, the interest in Doom Eternal for me, or the Doom series, isn't the lore or the story. It's like, it's not Witcher story material by any means.
I know.
It's quite kind of quirky. You're killing God, you're killing the devil, and it's like the game is about killing demons and the action of it. It's not about the story. That's the main focus. Yeah,
but there's a little part story in it, isn't it?
Yeah, there is some. That's
there
is a story towards the end of the last game. Well.
You basically tried to save the world from demons-ish.
Yeah, that's the story.
Yeah.
Demons has invaded the world, and you have to save it.
It's kind of the same with all those games, like Doom, Serious
all
Sam,
the fucking
Duke
same.
Nukem. All of these guys are just a one-man army defeating demons and aliens to save the world.
It's not a very original story by any means. It's
No, but you don't need an original story. You just need demons to kill.
depending on the game. Yeah.
Have you heard the song between Animal Crossing and Doom?
The song of Animal Crossing and Doom?
Yeah, because Doom and Animal Crossing came out at the same time, at the same day.
The original. Yeah.
So
They
there's
had
a
the
lot
same release date.
of fan art with Doom and Animal Crossing.
So they meshed the two soundtracks?
I will link it, and you can link it. Yeah.
Link it on Discord.
Because
and
there was
link it on
huge
Facebook.
attention around both of those games having the same release date. And they're basically like the fandom made like art stuff, and where like the Doom guy and the Animal Crossing what's it called? Mascot? They're like doing stuff together. Not dirty stuff. They were like doing they were like together and like, yay, we can be both violent and I don't know.
Cute.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't imagine Doom and Animal Crossing have a lot of the same player base.
No,
Actually,
no, not at all. Not at all. Which is why it worked having those games released at the same time, because they didn't cannibalize each other's player bases.
Mm-hmm.
The Animal Crossing guys or girls were in Animal Crossing, and the Doom guys were in Doom. So
Good. And I suppose after this podcast you will go back to Die and Repeat?
I don't know. I've had a
No,
few
because
drinks,
you
and-
had beer and you couldn't play that while drinking.
Yeah, I don't want to, because I'm struggling needlessly, because I need full focus. And if I've had a few drinks, I can't have full focus. And I know I'm hindering myself. So I have a hard time hopping into Doom after I've had drinks. The way I play it. So I don't.
You should try, nevertheless. Maybe
Perhaps.
one beer is good for your Doom game.
I don't know. Yeah, I've had one and starting my second now. Perhaps I'll stream it in Discord for someone.
If any of you guys listening to our podcast want to watch Bjørn stream games, join our Discord and he'll stream them there sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. Well, we do play a lot. You two guys play Raft, and sometimes we play SnowRunner.
Yeah.
Other games. Yeah. And it's really easy to stream within the Discord group, at least.
Yeah.
Like basically a few clicks and you're streaming for everyone in the Discord group. So yeah, sure, why not?
I'm not streaming Raft though, I'm just building shit while Junior's
Yeah.
doing all the dives.
Well, I imagine Raft is a better game to stream for the audience than Doom, because if you stream, the audience expects some level of interaction, and when I'm playing Doom, I can't distract myself. I'm hyper focused until I die, and then I can glance over at Discord or something. So it's likely not to be very interactive compared to like Raft, for example. So I think actually Raft would be a better stream game.
Yeah, come watch me build a new sofa while Junior is diving with sharks.
Yeah, perhaps I'll join. Perhaps I will watch you if you play Raft, at least, to see how it is. I haven't dipped my toes into that, so
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
yeah.
But with that, if you guys have anything you want to ask us, tell us, give us tips about something we can talk about, whatever. Give us hate or love. Especially hate. Give us hate. Someone give us hate.
No.
Send us a mail at tipsywednesday@gmail.com. And join our Facebook group, Tipsy Wednesday. Remember to follow us on Instagram, on Twitter, and join our Discord server. And watch us on YouTube.
Yes,
And
a lot
all
of
the
things.
links will be in the description below, right, Bjørn?
Yes, they will.
So I can copy them and paste them on the YouTube as
Yeah.
well. So
That's what I do. From the previous episode, I copy all the links and paste it.
and when I edit the YouTube video, I just copy what you have done for the podcast edition of this episode, and I'll paste them on here.
Yeah, I would do the exact same thing.
So that's how
Yeah.
easily that is done. But yeah, follow our social medias, please, guys. And send us something, for the love of God, send us something.
Send him a bomb.
Dick pics.
Whatever.
All the dick pics.
As long as we can talk about it on the podcast.
So this day I got a lot of dick pics and dildos sent in my mail.
And picture number 7 is definitely the longest schlong. Yeah.
And you can watch it over on Instagram. I'll hang everyone out there. Yeah, well, anyways.
Yeah.
Goodbye
That's
and
it.
good night.
Bye bye.
Goodbye, good night.